Good morning. How is everyone doing? Welcome to the 2018 Florida Realtors Convention. This is going to be one of the best sessions here in Orlando.
The best, not one of.
The best. Mary, not one, the best. Right, Mary? For those of you who do not know me, my name is Arusa Ralph, and I am a Florida Realtors Educator Ambassador, as well as a Florida Realtors Speaker. I'm also a broker for RE/MAX down in South Florida. Super excited to be here with you to introduce Miss Mary Kelly to you this morning, who is going to be sharing with you 15 ways to grow your real estate business. I'm going to give you a little background about Miss Mary. Mary Kelly. As a leadership expert and executive coach at Productive Leaders, Dr. Mary Kelly specializes in helping real estate companies maximize their resources and profitability. Mary was a real estate agent in Hawaii with Century 21 for 8 years, and she has presented at Century 21's Global Conference, RE/MAX Power Up Symposiums, and at many state realtor associations. I also want to share with you, we have passed out some wonderful sample marketing pieces. In addition, there are some phenomenal handouts that Miss Mary has brought for you all this morning, and we have placed them towards the back of the room. So as you are leaving, please make sure you do pick up those handouts. Without further ado, let's welcome Mary Kelly.
Woo! All right, thank you, folks. Tell me real quickly, I've got 1 hour to help you to get you at least 2 really good things. If you got one really good thing that would help you grow your business today, would that be worth it? How about 2 things? Who needs 2 things? Who needs 3 things? I'm going to stop asking. All right. What are some real estate challenges today that if I could solve for you would make your life absolutely amazing? What's a challenge? For sale by owners, FSBOs. I have to tell you, the FSBOs are the people I love. So real quickly, I was an agent for 8 years. Real quickly on the FSBOs, I love the FSBOs because they're so vulnerable and so stupid. Yeah, I said that word. And I go in and I say, you know what, here's the thing. I love that you are selling your home by yourself. And if you're not a real estate lawyer, you, by the way, have no business doing it. And if you're not licensed in the state, you have even less business doing it. You're absolutely right. But here's what's going to happen. See, you're in love with your home, so it's overpriced. You're not listing it where you need to list it. You're not actually doing real marketing, and no other agent wants to touch you, which means you've now decreased your target market for a buyer for your house to about 3% of the population. And those are just dumb people who want to overprice. So when you get serious about selling your house, let me know. That's it. That's my pitch. And you know what? They call me and I go, look, here's what's going to happen. Your house is going to be on the market for 6 months. You're not going to be able to sell it. You're going to have showings all the time because people think if you're for sale by owner your home all the time, you have nothing better to do but show your house, and you're going to waste a ton of time. But again, when you get serious, let me know. That's how I handle that. Okay, good. What's another challenge? Yes. Real estate commissions being cut. Okay, first off, the reason people are cutting real estate commissions is because you are not seeing your value in the marketplace. You are not somebody who says, hi, I'm a real estate agent, and by the way, this is the toilet. If your clients are that stupid, you should not be working with them. That was funny if you have to tell them what a toilet looks like. Work with me here, people. All right, good. Yes, don't cut commissions because you think you are racing to the bottom. You are not Walmart. You're not Walmart. Do not race other people to the bottom. Do not negate your fees because you feel as though you have to. Be fair, but know your value. Good. What else? Zillow, the pillow with a Z. So here's the problem. Zillow just is buying a mortgage company because they want to take over your world. Now here's the problem with Zillow. People call you up and go, hi, what's your name? Rena. Hi, Rena. I'm Mary. Great to see you. So they go, hi, Rena. My house is worth $236,000 because Zillow said so. Mm-hmm. And so you should be able to sell it. So by the time you add in your commission of 6%, so you're going to need to list it at $255 because I'm going to need to get that $236 out. This is a problem. So my opinion on Zillow is it is a great tool for you to use. It is a reference, but this is where you again have to convey your value. You are a real estate professional. There's a reason you get paid to do what you do. And it is not just, oh, here's a listing, go buy that. I mean, wouldn't it be great if somebody goes, I found the house I want. It's at this address, and I'll pay full price. Okay, in those cases, I'd say, yeah, maybe you're not really working for the money. But the 99 other times, you are absolutely working for the money. Good. What else? What are some other challenges in the real estate world? Yes, ma'am. What? Yes. Yes. So again, I view that same way. You have to work with it. You have to be aware of it. You have to know what the numbers are. And then you have to know where the breakdowns are. And that's something you, again, have to have the conversation with your clients. Yes, ma'am. Time management. That I definitely am going to help you with today. What else? Yes, ma'am.
Where to spend your dollars.
Where to spend your dollars. Yes, excellent. So I'm going to talk to you about 15 ways to grow your business in every economy. I talk quickly. This is being recorded. If I talk too fast, you need me to slow down. I was raised in the South and I can do that. But I've got like 55 minutes left to make you as much money as possible and help you grow your business and increase your profitability. So I'm going to get to it. This is me. There are several ways on how you can get hold of me. I gave you one of my marketing cards. Can I borrow this for just a second, ma'am? Thank you so much. So this is the card. Now, this is a cartoon. I purchased this cartoon for use, and it's funny because mostly I talk about leadership, and leadership as it leads to profitability. Folks, all business growth is tied to leadership. Are you leading your clients well? Are you leading your teams well? Are you leading yourself well? So this is just a funny cartoon. So people like the cartoon, they hang on to it because it's kind of a funny cartoon. It's funny marketing. I talk a lot about leadership and dogs as well. Brands me with my dogs. At some events, I'll actually bring a dog. I'll borrow a dog to bring, because people like dogs. I didn't because I live in Florida. I mean, this is Florida, and my dog is in Colorado right now. Super bad. Also, humidity is super bad for my dog and my hair, as it turns out. Okay. So about halfway through, ma'am, you're going to get a special prize if you do this. So I'm going to collect these cards about halfway through. Your job is to tell me when to collect the cards. And then I'm going to collect the cards, and then I'm going to draw for fabulous prizes. So the fabulous prizes, because again, I'm all about the prizes, is a gift bag. Ding, 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 ding. Door number 1. Door number 2. Door number 3. They're all the same. All right, but in there... But in there are some funny other resources, things that I use in order to help my businesses be more profitable. I love fun with marketing. Before I start out, how many people were at the dance party last night? Good for you. How many people have had alcohol in the last week? You're realtors every day, Mary, every day. Good. I will tell you that each one of my, if you saw the promo video I did for this event, I was standing in a place where one of my clients in Colorado is a real estate guy. And what we do for his business as well as mine is every single one of my books has its own wine label. So all of my drinking becomes a marketing expense. See? So these are some of the fun things we do. So this is our to-do list today, make more money. Folks, I know you love your job, you love your clients, you love property, but guess what? If you're not making any money, it is a hobby, not a business. Be very clear about that. It is a hobby, not a business if you are not making money, and I need you to make money, and here's why. If you are not making money, you are not sustainable. You cannot help your family, you cannot help your kids, you cannot help your communities, and that's what it's all about. After we meet our certain basic needs, then it's all about helping other people. And this is where this comes in. So what would make today fabulous for you? Time management, business profitability, let's get to it. So here's some 10 common mistakes. I just ran through this in the first session. Who was in my first session? Just a real quick one. I'm going to run through this really quick again because I did really fast before. First off, we don't know when we make a profit in our business. If you don't have a good profit and loss statement, I have everything downloadable for free on my website. This is not a plug. Everything, honest to God, is free. And here's why. I was using my website as the cloud before there was a cloud, so I knew where things were. Because I was traveling around, I'm like, I need that form. Oh, it's on my website. Yay. So there's a free profit and loss statement. There's a couple different varieties. You can download them. And especially if you are just starting out, and by just starting out, I mean in the first couple years of real estate. I think that folks who have done real estate for a long time you've got the relationships, you've got the process. Your challenge may be the technology piece and keeping up with all the stuff that you got to do. And I'm not saying that is a generational thing. So number 2, spending too much money on marketing. As I said in the first session, my favorite marketer on the planet is a guy named David Newman. And he wrote a book called Do It Marketing. I carry his book in my car. If I'm stuck somewhere in traffic, I can look at a few pages and go, oh, I need to do that. He's brilliant. He's also a friend of mine. This is a shameless plug. No, I don't get anything for any of the things I mentioned. That's just not how I work. I work with what works for me. And in terms of marketing, make sure your marketing is targeted to people who can buy. Now, here's the thing. If people cannot buy from you, the definition of demand is somebody who wants what you are selling and has the ability to pay for it. So many of you deal with people who say, yeah, I want to buy a house, and you're like, great. And so you get through the whole process, and then they have like 18 cents. And that's when you say, great, come back to me. The problem is, the whole time when you say come back to me, they're going to be shopping for other agents the whole time. So you have to keep them aligned to you so when they do get to make that decision, that they come back to you. And that's a key element. So, I use Fiverr for marketing things, and here I'll just get to the end because you're taking a picture, so why waste film? Right, I know. That was just for you. So, I use Fiverr for a lot of graphics. I also use this group called Fancy Hands. FancyHands.com. It sounds like a bad massage parlor. I know. So FancyHands.com gives you 6 jobs per month for $30. So here's how I use Fancy Hands. First off, it's like Fiverr in that it's little stuff that you can send to somebody. So make this graphic, make this form a fillable PDF, put together this PowerPoint, change a slide, do something like that. But unlike Fiverr, you don't have to find somebody. You just send it in. So here's how easy Fancy Hands is for me. First, and I got this from Beth, your nerdy best friend, who has a 2 o'clock show today as well. So I'll be standing in line, getting on a plane, happens a lot in my life, and a friend of mine, True, said, hey, I'm throwing a party for Jake, her son, who's in a wheelchair. Can you send me a PowerPoint slide with maybe a picture of you guys that says, happy birthday, Jake. I'm going to do this on the 30th of September. So she planned it ahead, yay her. So I'm like, so first, here's my problem. I am a very literal person. I do best with black words on white paper. Maybe yellow if I'm feeling frisky, okay? This is my world. I spent 25 years on active duty in the Navy. I'm a very literal person. Graphics, 3D things. My world goes fast. And I'm like, graphics, oh! I don't even see you people in 3D. This is very hard for me. So I'm like, okay, so I get her email. I send it to request@fancyhands.com. Hey, please go to my website, pick up a picture of me, put up a graphic of Jake on his website listed below, send a PowerPoint slide to this address below, see instructions. I get off the plane, the other side, they go, Mary, it's done, this is what we sent. Anything that takes things off my plate. FancyHands.com. So they will also do some marketing things for you, some gimmicks. You need to change your business card, add a friend, do something different. I love that. Number 3, many real estate agents I know waste tons and tons and tons of time. Folks, our life is a finite number of unknown minutes. You do not have time to waste on things that don't matter and people who are never, ever going to be your clients. Am I saying you should treat everybody with respect? Yes. Treat everybody with respect. Know that not everybody is a potential client. They're just not. But don't negate the people who could be potential clients because they don't look like your target market. So my girlfriend Jolita, senior chief back here, has the coolest business card ever. Because you know what this is? It's a magnifying glass. So guess who her target market is? Old. Hey, I'm not that old. And I was like, this is the most genius idea ever. It brands her right away, and I am never, ever going to throw this away. This is genius. Thank you, Jolita. That was beautiful. And then we lack focus because we don't know exactly who we're marketing to. And so because of this, we waste time. So I'm going to talk to you about that. Again, like I said, treat your business like a business, not a hobby. If you treat your business like a hobby and you're just doing it for fun, great, but be honest about it. Don't say, yes, I'm a real estate agent. I can't do anything else because I'm a real estate agent now. And you're at the gym all day or at yoga class or playing bridge. That's not real work. It's not. If you are not spending the time in this business that it takes, don't be surprised when you're not making the money you want. One of the things I love about real estate and most businesses is it is directly tied. Your work is directly tied to how much money you make. I like it. I want you to work smarter, but you also have to work hard. So this is where we're going to get to. All right. And then number 6, pay too much bad advice. There's a lot of people here, even at this conference, who are going to give you bad advice. There are. Be very careful about who you give your money to, folks, because there's a lot of bad advice out there. And many people want, again, like I said this morning, the easy out. They want the magic pill. If all diet pills actually worked, I would be a size 4. Doesn't work. All right? Number 7, talking more about their business than actually doing their business. Doing the business takes work. It takes phone calls and emails and follow-up and relationships and knowing your industry and being smart. Stop talking, start doing. And then 8, when I secret shopped about, 15 or 20 real estate agents and offices in the state of Florida before I came in. And and you're thinking, was it me? I wonder if it was me. Oh no, this can't be good. And here were some of the common problems. First, most people are not like me. They like pictures. And better, they like video. I don't really like video. I don't like to watch movies. I don't really like to watch anything that moves on TV. But I am an anomaly. I get that. Which means that my business has to have video in order to make me relate to my clients and people who are going to book me. Why would you hire a speaker if you couldn't see him or hear him? That makes no sense. Why would you buy a house if you can't see it? And by that, I don't just mean the really pretty pictures, because everybody can doctor that. It's much harder to doctor a walking video. And spend the money on a professional video. We can tell when you're doing it on your iPhone. We can tell. Especially if you had too much coffee that day. And then you know what I think? I go, wow, that's a really bad lazy agent. That's a bad lazy agent. Hire a pro, get it done right, and make sure that that your pro that you're hiring has the good cameras, the latest gear, all of that stuff. I had a very disappointing phone call. It happens to me too, where somebody said, "Hey, you've got some really old video on your YouTube channel." I'm like, "I don't what?" And they said, "Yeah, it looks like something out of the '80s." Which is never good. I said, "Well, I was in the Navy in the '80s, so what?" And it turns out she said, "Well, but the way it was shot, it makes it look like it's 20-year-old video. It was 3 years old." I had to pull all of that. I have spent thousands of dollars, folks, on video that I cannot use simply because either their cameras were old or HD happened. Spend the money, get good pictures, hire a professional team. Also, do you have your own YouTube channel? I looked for some of you. Get your own YouTube channel. I want to see the houses you did, and I want to see video of it. So I'm like, I want to see this house, I want to see this house, and I want to see the outside, and I want to see drones, and I want to see the inside. I want to see all that. If I'm shopping for a house, I don't just want 3 pictures outside, kitchen, bedroom. Because I know that those are the nice things. The rest of the house could be awful. You and I both know this. I want video. And that way, I'm not wasting your time when I say, hey, I'd like to go see 10 houses. Get video. Get it on your site, get it on your YouTube, connect it to your website so that you've got the SEO, and make that work. Number 9, short-sighted relationship, or short-sighted get the quick buck instead of relationship building. And then number 10, of course, is no business plan. Now, as we start, again, I've got till, 10:45, I think. So I want to show you, I've got, everything in my world is a 5-minute plan. I can get people to focus for 5 minutes, not 6. Everything is a 5-minute plan. I have about 35 of them. And when I was building my business, Century 21 brought me back to do their big event in Vegas. Anybody ever been to that one? The big Century 21 convention? And at the time they said, we want all of our agents to have a business plan. I'm like, okay, and you want me to tell all your agents they need a 40-page business plan? And they said, well, yeah. That's a bad idea. I said, well, how about if I could get them a 1-page, 5-minute business plan, something they could actually do? And they were like, well, yeah, but it won't work. And I said, I think it might if we do it right. And so this is where the 5-minute plan started. This is the 5-minute year in review. Now, the 5-minute year in review asks you a couple questions. So when you get, not at this conference because there's way too many people and way too much chaos and your brain is going 1,000 miles an hour. When you get back to your office, the first 3 things I suggest you do are the 3 most important things that are going to make you money. All of them, of course, have to do with my stuff because I don't know anybody else's. But do the 5-minute business plan, do the 5-minute vision plan, and do the 5-minute year in review. Those 3 things. This is the 5-minute year in review. Characterized last year. What did you do well last year? What was the low point last year? What went well? And then look at that and say, what is your top goal for next year, and how am I going to do this? Again, you can do this on the plane back to Miami or wherever you're coming in from. If you're crystal clear about your business, this should take you 5 minutes. If you're not, you might need help from your team. 5-minute year in review. I'm moving on. This is the productivity sheet I talked about in the first program. I do one of these each and every day of my life. Holidays, Sundays, Saturdays, every day. It's very simple. It's the date, and I put the day of the week. So it will be Thursday, August 2018, whatever it is. The calls to make, who do I have to follow up with? What's my to-do list look like? What appointments do I have today? What are my short-term goals? I'm going to share with you the thing that never gets filled out, and I did it, today's accomplishments. I'm really bad about putting in today's accomplishments because I'm always looking at the next thing. But sometimes I fail to recognize that maybe today I accomplished something that I really wanted to do. Now, I do one of these each and every day. I print them out each and every day. I put them in a 3-ring binder. If I don't complete it for that day, guess what? It goes to the next day. And sometimes I've got more than one of these sheets going on at one time. Let me get them all to you, by the way, as well. This is the productivity week. In the productivity week, it's the activity or the task, but then it's the time in minutes. And this is the big secret for me. The time in minutes it's going to take me to get that done. So let's say there's something I really don't want to do. Oh gosh, I have to go call that client. And I know it's going to take like 20 minutes, and they're going to complain, and they're going to wonder why we don't have more offers on their house because they're crazy people. Look, you've all had crazy people, right? You've all had crazy clients. We've all got crazy client stories. Yeah, most of them you can't repeat around other people because it's Florida. Everybody knows each other. And then the due date, and then the priority. So the time in minutes makes me go, okay, for 20 minutes, I can endure the pain. That's the magic secret on that one, all right? So to survive and thrive, again, you have to add value, and then convey that value to other people. And this is where you, as differentiating yourself, as product differentiation, houses are different, you're different. You are different from every other person sitting in the room except where you're different. Except where you're the same. And you're the same except where you're different. And that's why people hire you and not the person sitting next to you. Because anybody, let's face it, can write a contract. Anybody can put a sign in a yard. Anybody can do that. How are you different? What do you do differently, than everybody else? And that should be in your marketing. And it's why Crystal is the perfect real estate agent for you. Crystal's perfect for you if. Crystal, what do you specialize in? I'm going to make it up for you. Great.
Waterfront homes.
Waterfront. Crystal's perfect for you if you've ever dreamed of living on the water in Florida. Crystal is perfect for you if you want to make sure your house is a showpiece. Crystal is perfect for you if you love to entertain. Crystal is perfect for you if you want a beautiful house that only sleeps 2 people. Because you don't need people coming to spend the night. Crystal is perfect for you if. So that's a marketing piece that people go, oh, I want to live on the ocean. I want beachfront. Yeah, I like the idea of not having guests. I like Crystal. In my marketing, I try to be a little bit funny because my background is fairly serious. I spent 25 years on active duty in the Navy. I was an intel and logistics person. My husband and I met each other when we were fighting the same terrorists. Aww, so sweet. I know. He came into my office, and he said, are you Lieutenant Kelly? I was lieutenant at the time. And I said, yes, sir, because I'm super polite and I was raised in the South. And he goes, hey, just letting you know you've been targeted for assassination.
Did you say, will you marry me?
And then I went, cool. And he was like, you're just twisted enough. Let's go out. So that's kind of how that happened. So I will tell you that I was teaching economics as a professor. And I came home one day to my Marine Corps husband, and I said, hey, baby, so I'm teaching this economics stuff, just for fun and on weekends. And I got to tell you, this whole home buying thing kind of flummoxes me. I said, I don't really get like the whole process very well, and the whole mortgage thing. I was 25 or something at the time. We're all stupid at 25, but I had a flat stomach. Yeah. And instead of saying, oh, baby, that's okay, you don't have to know everything, because he was a Marine. Any Marines in the room? Any Marines? None whatsoever? Well, your husband? Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so it's not like he goes, oh, baby, that's okay, you don't have to know everything. He goes, well, what are you going to do about it? I was like, oh, man. He goes, there's this thing called real estate school. I go, and they'll teach me stuff? He goes, you can't get dumber. We had a pretty honest relationship. And so I taught myself off to real estate school, and I loved it. And I was like, this is fantastic. But real estate school only teaches you the law. It doesn't teach you the practice. And I was so lucky to be aligned with Jerry and Jenny Sprinkle, who had Century 21 Kahalahali in Hawaii, on Oahu. And they taught me, and I was attracted to them because they said, we have this full training program. It's every Wednesday for 3.5 hours. And it was organized. The training, how many of you are trainers in your real estate world? Yep. So I have to tell you, that makes all the difference in whether or not people are successful or not, because we don't know. So I had perhaps, think about your agents. So maybe if they've got a little bit of an aptitude, but they just don't know, how are you going to train them up to get them to that place? How are you going to get them to where you need them to be? And that's what they did for me. So small business have an advantage. So really, these are the 10 things I talked about a little bit. This is NASCAR. I can go back for you. Here you go. There's that. So really quickly, these are the things we're going to solve. Go where the fish are, fish where the fish are. Update, write your business plan. We're going to do that. Social media, make sure you're where you need to be. Get people to ask you questions online. So really quickly, you can't actually promote your business actively on Facebook. They will shut you down unless it's a business page. But your friends can ask you questions. So I did this for one of my real estate friends. I'm like, hey, Barbara, I've got a military family who's moving into Colorado Springs. They've got 3 kids. Do you have any properties that might be perfect for them? So if you're you, what do? You go, well, I'm Mary. Of course I do. Here's 3 different properties that might be perfect for your clients. And by the way, here's my contact information if they've got any questions. You know what she says? Hey, tell them to go to my website. People, use your friends. When your friends are willing to help you, use them. Okay? And then get visible. Be visible. Be out in the community. Be the expert. I am the world's worst real estate client because you better be smart. And you better be smart because I'm going to talk fast. And when I bought my property in Colorado, I will just tell you, my real estate agent was a Coldwell Banker person. And I said, here's the thing. I'm the world's worst and best client. And let me tell you why. First, I will do all the legwork. I will have already driven around the properties before we see them. I'm going to knock things off the list. What I need is your access to a few things. You're going to have to get me into the houses that I've now, narrowed it down. But here's the bad part. I will know every property in this area. All of them. Every property that's between 3 and 5 bedrooms that's on a half an acre or more, I need to know that property. Because I have an inventory list in my head. So she's like, okay. I said, I promise I will make it worth your while. I realize this was a referral, and I realize that is going to decrease your commission, and I promise you I will more than make that up. All of a sudden, I had her attention. Really? I said, I promise you will do better than if I had just walked in off the street. That's my promise to you. Because I know I'm going to take a little bit more work. But I promise I am going to buy a house, I'm going to buy it from you, and I will make it right. At the end of that, she got paid, and I gave her a check. For about $3,000. Yep. Because I know what the numbers are. So best and worst, by the way. All right. And then habits and routines. Make sure you've got good ones. Run a business like a business. Yes, referral system and differentiate. This is your pit stop. By the way, you've got tracks, NASCAR tracks around here. Yes, where are my NASCAR fans? Yeah, this is a pit stop. We hate to get off the lead lap. We hate to stop doing our business and come here. But you know what, folks? If you're not here together with all these other people, you don't get that synergy. You don't get that great energy. You don't get that, oh, my clients. Nobody understands this business better than the people sitting next to you today. Here's my challenge. Find one person who's smarter and better at it than you. Latch onto them. Find somebody who's just starting out, first timer. By the way, our first timers at these events doesn't mean they're first time real estate people. Do not fool yourself. Some of the first timers, they've been doing this a long time. They're super successful. And then you grab somebody else who's behind you and you get them in front of you and you give them a good push forward. You bump draft them. Okay? You're going to bump draft with somebody else, and you're going to give somebody else that push forward. One person better than you, or more experienced, and one person who's not. And you're going to help somebody else. Because cooperative competition is how this works. I don't believe that other agents are the enemy. I don't believe that. My best friends in the world are other professional speakers. We help each other. Beth is outside. She's like, help me take pictures. She's like staging people. Come take a picture with Mary. We work together all the time. Cooperative competition. We're better together. I don't believe another agent is your competition at all. They're just different. They're going to appeal to a different set of buyers, all right? So number one, dust off your business plan. If you don't know what your business plan looks like, chances are you are wasting a lot of time. Yes, sir?
The last slide says small businesses have an advantage.
Yes. Sure. Thank you for asking that, Eugene. If you are small and agile, you can make changes in the industry really quickly. So if I go to a really big real estate company, I go, hey, are you guys using drones? They're like, oh, yeah, we'll think about that. If you're your own business person, and I say, are you using drones for this multi-million-dollar property? You go, not yet, but I will be in an hour. You're more agile. You can make decisions, and you can move faster in the marketplace. Make sense? Okay? Thanks for asking. So strategic planning assessment. Does your business plan this is, if you want the slides, again, on that cartoon piece of paper, you can put, Mary, please send me the slides. And I will do that for you. My business plan reflects what I do. Yes, no, maybe. My marketing is working. I don't know. I know how my business is generated. Maybe. My business plan is current. Yeah, it's funny. I haven't used a weekly schedule. Maybe. I have an active referral system. And I want to earn more business. Yes, no, maybe. This is my strategic planning assessment for real estate people. Moving on. Business plan. Here's a 5-minute business plan. I'm going to automatically email all of these to you before 10:37. The session ends at 10:45. And they've got another session coming at 11, so I'll be hustling out really quickly, but I'll be in the hallway and I'm here all day. But this is the 5-minute business plan. Really quickly, this identifies who you do it for, and how you do it. So number one, making life better operations. I sell to, specifically whom? I sell to military first-time home buyers in the Panhandle. I sell to retirees who have recently moved into the state of Florida. 900 people per day are moving into the state of Florida, and most of them have money. We are the number 4th state in terms of people migrating here, number 2nd numerically, 4 as a percentage. And we should know that. Profits and financials. How do I make money? How do I earn extra money? Do you earn extra money because you've got a relationship with other people in the industry? Do you provide other real estate services? Do you do training for other people? Number 3, almost famous marketing. How are you doing your marketing, and is it working? If you are simply mailing out postcards like we did in the 90s, it's probably not working. Even back then, if you got a 4% response rate back in the 90s when people actually paid attention to their mail, that was fantastic. And now I feel super sad for people who send me stuff and these big fancy flyers and brochures, and I'm like, what are you doing? I don't even live in Hawaii anymore, and I'm still getting your stuff. That's crazy. But good job stalking me. Okay. Number 4, climbing the mountain and management. How are you managing? And if you're doing everything yourself, you're probably not doing it all well. Find great people, find people you can hire, find virtual assistants, find people who are, if you're not a very organized person, find somebody who's supremely organized and say, hey, I need 10 hours a week or whatever. The smartest, I've made some really dumb mistakes in my business world. The smartest thing I did was hire a virtual assistant. I thought, well, I should get a coach. So I got a coach. I didn't really care for the coach, but I loved her assistant. I called the coach. I said, I think our time in the sun has passed. But would your assistant like to work with me? She said, I don't know. I'll find out. So she did. She goes, oh, my assistant really likes you too. I'd be happy if that happened. So I made sure it was okay. She's been with me now for 10 years. She was the first person I hired. She's still with me. I now have other people as well. They make my life better. They think of things I don't do. I rely on other people. It's very tempting for us to think that we're the smartest person in the room in terms of real estate. But if somebody else can do your job and they can do it at a lower opportunity cost, then you need to let them do that. And that's just good management, all right? And then the top of the world success. What does success look like to you? What does success look like to you? Would you know success if you saw it? Would you know what success looks like? Is it a dollar amount? Is it I need to close 3 houses a month? Is it I want to list more beachfront property? Is it I want to help more people achieve that American dream? Like I said this morning, the American dream is when you buy a house, get that 30-year mortgage, live in the house for another 20 or 30 years, and then sell that house so that you can move into the retirement home that your children picked out for you. That's how it works. That's how it works, isn't it? All right? So this is our battle plan. I call a business plan also a battle plan because, I was in the Navy. Anybody else military, by the way? We're other military. Yeah, there we go. All right, fantastic. There we go. Woohoo! What? Your son just signed up. Good job. I was just part of an article that said why military people make great real estate agents. And the reason is because we'll do anything. And we're very mission oriented. And we're my other Navy people. Yeah, we don't mind sleeping at work. We're so used to that. We're like, what? You actually get to go home? This is fantastic, all right? So this is what this looked like. If you haven't updated your business plan for a while, it's kind of like your 1980s clothing, the members-only jackets and the corduroy shorts. Time to go, people. Time to go. All right? So it's time to start implementing these ideas. So identify really clearly who is your target market. Who do you love to work with? And more importantly, who loves to work with you? Who do you resonate with? Not everybody resonates with everybody. I like to be a likable person. I do. I truly love all of God's creatures. Mostly dogs. Okay, I'm going to work on that one. Thanks for that. I do. I love people, and I love different people. I think our differences make us very exciting, and this is what brings us together. So this is the 5-minute vision plan. Again, 5-minute vision plan. This clarifies who you do, what you do it with, but more importantly, where you're going to be in 3, 5, 10, or 20 years. How many of you intend to be in this business in 20 years? How many of you think that seems like a long way away and oh dear God? Right. All right, so there's some of that. So again, this is a great tool to use with your team. Like I say, I'm going to email this to you really, really quickly. We're almost time to do some giveaways. So I'd like to invite you, if you would, I know this goes super fast, fill this out if you are at all interested. I promise, what? Yeah, there may be some extras rolling around. If you don't have this, you can throw in your business card, and then we're going to put them in a pile, and you're going to draw for prizes. And so if you want to pass those to the center, Danielle is going to grab those, and we're going to draw for prizes as I keep talking, okay? Give yourself a report card. How well are you doing in the categories that matter in your business? Just pass your business card if that doesn't work, that's fine. How well are you doing in the categories that matter to your business? So are you competitively aligned with everybody else. And take a look at this. These are areas where many real estate people don't know if they are competitive or not. I have a terrific team assessment. If you're a broker, I have a team assessment that may be more helpful for you, and just send me an email. By the way, and there's more stuff in the back. I've got presents for don't worry, I promise you will get everything. Just pass your just pass your card forward. Yeah, just pass your business card. It's okay. You don't have any well okay. Hey, look, she's a first timer, be kind, we're all about love. Okay, here's a purple card. Here, it's okay. Here's a purple card. Just write your information on the purple card. Danielle, you're doing awesome. You get super big prizes and probably a drink at the bar. Okay? All right. Very exciting. So this is from SCORE. This is a competitive market analysis. I know it's when there's prizes, people get excited. I love it too. When there's a competitive market analysis, this is from SCORE. SCORE has some great resources, especially if you're under 5 years. And you can take a look at this and give yourself a score, and then look at the other real estate agents who are doing well. Don't make yourself feel good by looking at that real estate agent who's not getting any business. That doesn't do you any good. It might make you feel a little bit better. You're a little schadenfreude, but that's wrong. All right, how do you stay ahead of the competition, grow the pie? How do you help your competition? And that's a question many people don't like to answer. Why would I help the competition? Because we want to expand the market, grow the pie. 900 people a day moving to Florida, people. There's plenty of real estate for all of us to sell and do well. And again, like I said before, the law of demand is people who want you and can pay you. The person with 18 cents to buy a house is not your market. So define your business goal. So your business goal, I've got some sheets in the back, and I'm going to also email you. It's called the 5-minute. There's a goals sheet, also a goals planning sheet. The goals is what you want to do and the steps you need to take to do it. The goals planning sheet is, here's your goal. Now, what are the obstacles that get in the way? And then how do you overcome those obstacles? It walks you through that. My one thing in real estate, do the right thing. Do the right thing. In 2008, 2009, a lot of people didn't. They were desperate. It was sad. There were financial institutions that didn't do the right thing, and you know what? We all remember those financial institutions that did not do the right thing. Do the right thing. It's easy to remember and makes it so much easier. This is the goal setting plan. Again, this is really helpful if you're a broker and you've got agents who you say, okay, we've got to set your goal for, I'm going to list a house a month. What are my obstacles? Well, I just don't know people. Okay, then how do we get across that obstacle? What other groups have people who can list things? Danielle, you're doing an awesome job. You get like super big prizes. That is awesome. Let's give a hand to Danielle. She's a first timer. Where are you out of?
Tallahassee.
She's out of Tallahassee. So we're my Tallahassee people. I want y'all to meet her and then get together with her and do something nice for her. Okay? All right, that'd be awesome. So what I want you, Danielle, to do is I want you to pick. I want you to here. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do this. Okay, and randomly picking a card. So read that name if you would, please.
Paul?
Paul what?
No. Paul.
Utpal Padya. Is that you? Okay, great. Come on up and get a prize. Here you go. And so we're going to grab another one in here. Let's grab some. Okay, great. Okay, who's this?
Susan Summers.
Susan Summers. Yay! Come on up, Susan. Let's give you a hand. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, smile. Yay! Huh? Okay, great. Okay, and then you, my dear, for doing all that, you get the last one. Wasn't that nice? Yay! Fantastic. Thank you so much for your help. Here you go, Susan. Yeah, just throw those up there. That's beautiful. Okay. So we just made something really fun. It took 5 minutes, didn't it? 5 minutes. In there, by the way, is also a flash drive in the shape of a key. When I was with Century 21, I would put all their house documents on that hard drive, which is a key. It's a flash drive. Isn't that a great idea? So I would do that. I would get the bottle of wine with my label on it, and on the back of that, I would put a picture of their house sticker on the back of that wine bottle. Ding, ding, ding. And then I put that in a beautiful gift bag. Now, I didn't do that. My assistant did this, let's be honest. And then I put all their house documents on that flash drive. And that all came in this lovely package along with their big thing, because you know what? When you're a first-time home buyer or even buying a home, it's a big commitment. And there is that thing of, oh gosh, it's so much. Make it easy for people to do the right thing, okay? Your top business and personal goals. Again, the goal sheet's in the back. Write them down. Identify it. Know what your life resolutions are so that you don't make bad choices, so that you are not tempted into doing things that you should not do, into not cutting corners. It's critically important. If you want more time with family, if you want to live healthy or whatever you want to do, there's life resolutions. You got to make sure you know what those things are as you are considering your business plan. Here, of course, is another 5-minute plan. It's all about your life. What do you want to be remembered for? What is helpful for you? What do you want? And then does real estate align with that lifestyle? This is a very good question. And then here's the goals for life plan. And it's murderously hard to read, and you can't really read that in the back. But these are things that every day you can do to keep you on track with your goals in real estate. Every day, right? So why is what we do easy and hard? So really quickly, on this side of the room, why is selling real estate easy? And this side, why is it hard? You have 30 seconds to come up with some words. Ready, set, go. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it won't take that long. Okay, good. Why is selling real estate easy?
Because I'm helping people.
Because you're helping people. Yes, Nicole, good job. What else? It's a hot market. Yes, sir. You can make a lot of money fast. I like George's optimism. Good job. Is it George or Jorge? Jorge. Okay, great. Okay, why is it easy? There's a lot of it. Very good. What else? No boss. Very good. What else? It's fun. Excellent. All right, folks. Why is it hard?
Cold calling.
Because cold calling. What? Customers? Yes, if it weren't for people, this real estate thing would be easy. What else? Yes, ma'am. Buyers are buyers. Buyers are liars. Oh, no trust. Oh, so sad. Good. Why else? Yes, ma'am.
Twice as many realtors as there are listings.
Well, twice as many realtors as there are listings. Yeah, they like had a sale or something. In Florida, there's like 120,000 of you here in this association, and there's more who aren't even part of the association. Wow. Which tells me that if you're a realtor in this state and you're still working, you're good. You're here, and you're making the very best of the opportunities you have in order to do this. So again, here's how you're going to get all the materials. This is Kiwi Live. Kiwi Live is a website. It's Kiwi Live, keyword dog. It's over here as well. Kiwi Live, I rent this space. This is how I deliver electronic documents to audiences. Kiwi like the fruit, KIWILIVE.com, keyword dog. This will be up until Monday with the real estate references and resources, and after that it shifts because I've got a different group on Monday. Actually Sunday night. So please get this by Sunday night. Kiwi Live, keyword dog, D-O-G. And what you do is it will ask you for information because I want to stalk you. Who doesn't stalk their friends? And then you can right click, so I would do it on a computer or someplace you can download it, or on your phone if you want to download it there. Okay? Have a terrific system for managing referrals. Real estate, go ahead, what? Question?
What is the name they keep track of your referrals?
Kiwi Live. It's called Kiwi. Yeah, Kiwi like the fruit. KiwiLive.com, and it's going to ask you for a keyword, and mine is dog, because I love dogs. Strange dog or strange person, who do you like better? Right, okay, there we go. All right, so system to manage referrals. Somebody else's referral to you is somebody giving you their newborn baby and saying, here, cherish it, guard it, nurture it. Yes. And if you don't, we take it very badly because we gave you this baby. Referrals are gold. If you are not nurturing that, keep the person who gave you the referral informed along the way. Otherwise, they think they forgot, I'm never giving them another referral again, or, yeah, they did that, but they didn't tell me about it. Referrals, I use the Bill Cates system. Do you know Bill Cates? Bill Cates is a guy out of Maryland. I love his books. He's got 3. They're all good. Don't Keep Me a Secret is terrific. But the Bill Cates system, I keep it on my Kindle and I reread it about once a year because I need to have the language in my head. I am bad at asking for business, notoriously bad about asking for business in the military. My boss's job was to promote me. My job was to promote my people. So I wasn't used to promoting myself. It was a terrible, terrible lesson, one I still have to learn. I keep my referrals in a file. I have referrals I've given, referrals I've gotten. Have I kept people informed? What are my thank yous? And I have to tell you, I take real good care of my referrals. Real good care of my referrals. They get stuff and things and stuff because I learned it in the real estate world. Say thank you. When somebody does something well, say thank you. So the purple cards that I passed out, how hard is that for you to create? And if you send a purple card like that out to every single one of your contacts, that would be 365 people who got a thank you from you for whatever. Hey, dear teller at the bank, thank you so much for helping me out with those deposits the other day. I thought you were really professional. Thanks very kindly. Wow. And you throw your business card with them, just hey, I wanted to say thank you. All of a sudden, you've just been elevated. How many of you at work feel overappreciated? Do you think anybody else is any different? They don't. So if you're that person who actually sincerely appreciates people, you stand out. Say thank you. Do something about it. Use the purple cards. Create your own purple cards. Something. Stand out. Appreciate people. Value people. Market while you sleep. Number 8. Please market while you sleep. Why wouldn't you market while you sleep? This is what online stuff is about. I know a lot of real estate agents who say, well, I've got a company website, but I don't have my own. Why not? You're going to be with that company forever? Well, I own it. Well, then that's good. But if you don't, you maybe want your own website of DanielleR.com, okay, on Tallahassee, DanielleRealEstate.com. And then all of a sudden you can become the expert on that website, that blog. Create your own branding. Don't rely on anybody else. I don't know why people do that. So be findable and keep your website updated. Do that by linking your Twitter feed, your Facebook, your LinkedIn profile. If you are in real estate and you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you're just throwing money away. If you're in real estate and you want to throw money away, give it to the person sitting next to you, because basically you've done that, okay? Cooperative competition, like I say, if every single person in this room made a commitment right now to give a job to somebody else, wouldn't we all benefit? You know you've got that client who drives you crazy. Guess what? He's not going to drive Lenny crazy. Lenny loves that guy. He loves that guy. Give somebody else business. If it's not a good fit for you, find somebody who's going to work well with them, who's going to be patient with them, and give them that job. You don't know who you need? We need each other. Some agents sort of have that cutthroat view of things. I'm the first one to say I loved bad agents when I was an agent. Oh, I loved bad agents. That was just money to my clients. Because you know why? They would stop reading the contracts, and I would make them pay for it. Sorry. If you are lazy, you will cost your clients money. Because I was on the other end of that contract, and my broker taught me really well. So guess what? Yeah, read those contracts. You never know who's on the other end of it. Ding, 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 shark. All right, moving on. And so you were like, oh, but she seemed so nice before. All right. So marketing doesn't have to be outrageously complicated, but you do have to have a presence. You have to be educational, informative, and entertaining. Educational, informative, and entertaining. I also secret shop some of y'all's Facebook pages. If I look at your last 5 tweets, your last 5 Facebook posts, and your last 5 things on LinkedIn, do I know what you do? No. For most of you, the answer is no. So go back, look at your online presence, and make sure we know what you do. By the way, sell your friends. Sell your friends. My friend Beth Z, who is my nerdy best friend and yours too, your nerdy best friend, that's a newsletter you absolutely must sign up for. YourNerdyBestFriend.com. YourNerdyBestFriend.com. She's amazing. She's a great resource for you. So why wouldn't I want to share that resource with you? She happens to be a friend, but mostly she's got great content. You can do that with other agents. Sell other agents who are in Miami or Orlando or Jacksonville or Fort Walton Beach or Tampa. So if you're not using social media for marketing, again, you're probably throwing money away. I'm going to get to the form really quickly that talks about what you can use this for. Just because somebody can't buy your product, another agent or other professionals, doesn't mean they can't help you promote your business. And many people say, well, your friends will say, well, I'm not ready to list my house. I'm going to be there another 30 years. Or I just bought a house. Or, if I was going to buy a house, I'd have to buy it from my sister. She's dumb as a box of rocks. You know what happens. But I still have to buy it from her because she's my sister. But I want you to tell me what property to buy. Yeah. Now, that's when you can say things like, you know what, I totally understand the situation you're in, and I would love to help you. And then you have to have this answer. And this is how you can help me. This is how you can help me. I want to talk to your Rotary Club about the pitfalls of buying real estate as a first-time home buyer. I want to talk to your Rotary Club about the pitfalls of buying real estate when you are a senior. I want to talk to people about common mistakes they're making when they are trying to upgrade their home to sell it. Ask somebody, when they're asking you for something, ask them for something back. Ask them for something back that can generate income for you and generate clients for you. So you know what, I'm happy to help you with your house, and I know that you're going to have to buy with your sister. So do me a favor, think about 3 friends who are coming into the state, 3 people, and you can refer me to those people. One of my favorite lines is, I love working with people like you. So if you know other people like you who would like to work with me, would you please give me an email introduction? Super easy. I learned that from Bill Cates. So yeah, I'm also on the Facebook and the Twitter. All right, and you should also be there too. This is my 5-minute social media plan. For those of you who think social media is the devil, where are you? Come on, you know you do. Yeah, it's the devil. I get it. You don't have to do it, but somebody on your team does. This is the 5-minute social media plan. Again, it's in Kiwi Live. Facebook, get recommendations. For Facebook, in recommendations, the recommendations I want from my real estate agent are different from the ones I want from my lawyer. What characteristics do I want from my real estate agent? Professionalism, good. And? Attentive, yes. And? Knowledgeable, yes. And? Integrity, honest, yeah. And? What? Responsive. Responsive is huge. By the way, this is how a lot of people are testing you. You know that, the responsiveness. We'll send you an email on Friday to see if you answer. If you don't answer on Saturday, we think you don't care. You take weekends off, can't work with you. They're testing you this way. So look to see what other people need from you and make sure those characteristics are listed on your LinkedIn profile so that that's what people are endorsing you for. So you may be nice, you may be friendly. What characteristics do you want from your doctor? I want the smartest neurosurgeon I can get. I don't care if he's nice or she. I don't care if they've got good bedside manner. If you're operating on my brain, I'm not going to be awake anyway. Let's hope. All right, moving on. Facebook, you can use your Facebook business page or fan page to do promotions on the business side. You can totally do that, totally legal, totally fine. All right? And then Twitter, I assume when people are on their phone that you're tweeting about me. Please do. Because then what happens is then you follow me and then I follow you. And then when you tweet that you've got this new house that's coming up on beachfront property and I'm Crystal, I'm going to remember Crystal and go, yeah, I'm going to tweet that out too. That reciprocity works. That reciprocity works. Right? And then 10, adopt a what? Go ahead. Sure. And I use Twitter sometimes just to test certain markets to see what's going to resonate with people. Just to see what's going to resonate. Yes, ma'am. Oh, Facebook, yes. Sure. Okay, all right? And by the way, all of this information is on the sheets in the back. It's also on the card that I gave you, and it is also in everything else I'm going to send you. So number 10, adopt Olympian traits. What's amazing to me is little Olympic athletes have figured out how to compete independently as well as work cooperatively together, and we don't always do that. So ask yourself when times are slow, who are you getting advice from? What are you doing to make yourself better positioned for that next wave of real estate when it comes in? Is your system of getting feedback from customers designed to help you get better or just feel good about yourself? So for the evaluations of this session, it's to feel good about me, so mark that accordingly, okay? All right? Are you laser focused on what you need to move forward? And what do professional athletes do to improve? They get a great coach. They go to training camp. This is your training camp, folks. They want honest feedback, and they focus with a laser-like intensity, and they know what they're going for. Know who your prize is. Know what we can learn from them. So these are things that you can do. Train to grow. Now, training is absolutely essential. I had a CEO who said, I don't need to learn anything new. And I said, great, so why do you go to the gym every day? And he goes, well, if I don't, then I go. He goes, oh, I get it now. That's why. We have to train to grow, otherwise we are getting worse instead of getting better. And this is a great place to find great training. Stay up on the current literature. You should know everything about people moving to the state of Florida, everything about the state of Florida and the industry. The fact that in Orlando, the average home price is $182,000. In Destin, it's $185,000. And in Miami, it's $270,000. You should know how many properties are coming available all the time. You should know the amount of time that they're on the market. People should not have to go to Zillow in order to get that information from you. And join groups that educate you and help you work with other agents. Number 12, integrity and ethics, like I mentioned in the beginning. It's just so much easier to do the right thing. Now, your right thing is maybe not the same as somebody else's right thing. Somebody else's right thing is not the same as somebody else's. But if you know your right thing and your team knows your right thing, then there's never any question. And this is where some people are just getting into big, big trouble. Number 13, communicate with your clients. Nobody ever said, my real estate agent communicates too much with me. Nobody ever said, my real estate agent gives me too much good information. My real estate agent is so conscientious that I can barely keep up with the communication. If it's good information, they want more of it. Most of us think that we're doing a great job with communication. Most of us are wrong. How many of you have ever had a mostly monogamous and occasionally romantic relationship? Like marriage, okay? Yeah, you had to think about that one. That's fantastic. Okay, great. Have you ever had a miscommunication with the person you married or somebody you live with? And these are people who love you unconditionally. So do you think your clients, you ever have miscommunication with your clients? Of course you do. We think we're good at communication. Mostly we're not. David Newman, my marketing guy, says, your people are not tired of hearing from you. They're tired of hearing about you from you. Again, educational, informative, entertainment. All right? Do those things. And I think I've got 4 minutes, maybe 5. So like I said, this is the American dream. Home builders are optimistic even though there are fewer homes being bought, which is why the prices are going up. The building permits have dropped. We should be producing about 1.3 million homes per year. We're down to about 900 permits, which is why the prices are going up. Interest rates are going up as well. If you're an agent, it means you're going to have to work harder because home prices and monthly payments are simply going up. Rents are increasing, by the way. They will continue to increase because there will be, again, this shrinkage of home. Who was doing real estate here 10 years ago when you couldn't give houses away? Remember that? That was fun, wasn't it? For many people, it was lost because people were underwater, and that was tragic. However, the market is back, and it is back with a vengeance. Homeowner to-do lists. Top ones, painting, updating the bathroom, and landscaping. If people are trying to position their house in order to sell it, this is what they should be focusing on. It is assumed they have already updated the kitchen, by the way, if you're trying to sell. Millennials are starting to buy, mostly because their parents want them out of the basement. I don't care what it costs. Get the kid out. All right. Interest rates, of course, lower interest rates are great because then they're more affordable. Higher interest rate means that the demand is going to decrease, but then the prices might decrease. That's the theory. It's not always true. And I'm going to get these to you. Nobody likes this. That whole tiny house thing, nobody wants to live there. Nobody does. Nobody does. Turns out, no. So train yourself to be more productive. Train yourself to be more productive. Look really hard at when and where you waste time. When you're more productive, your team is more productive. Again, I'm going to get these slides to you. I want to get to my last couple things really, really quickly. I know I go really fast. Overpromise, never. Underpromise, always. Overdeliver every time. Every single time. And it's hard when you're trying to pitch yourself to a new client and you want to promise them the moon because you do that. But then if you fall short on one little thing, then you've lost trust, and that's a very big problem. That's my point here. So create your plan to be more productive. We have dinosaur brains that say we should procrastinate. Why do today what you can do tomorrow? It's a good idea. You've got to have these habits and routines that make you more and more productive, because most of us run into the office and we're hummingbirds. We go from one project to the next and we don't really focus. Sit down, focus. Sit down, focus, and get things done. This is a 5-minute productivity plan. Of course, there ought to be a plan for that. Why? Because I love templates. And so this will help you walk through some places where you can, if you sit and walk through this, you should be able to find 3 to 4 more hours per week. Remember, if you're doing things right, some people will be upset. Your family, if you are spending the time you need to build this business, your family may feel a little bit ignored, and it's a hard balance that you have to figure out, again, with your family, people closest to you. Don't be stupid. Just don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. All right? Communicate with your employees as well as your clients, as well as your team members and your family. Say, hey, I've got a lot of people say, well, I don't want to bring work home. Well, tell your family what's going on so that they know why you're not around. And here's business success. You've got to have this plan, you've got to have these goals, and you've got to help people achieve their goals too. And then they will help you as well. All right? So, really quickly, if people don't know what to do, it creates uncertainty. My last point is build your community. If times are slow and you don't know what to do, or if you're wildly successful, then guess what? It's time to get involved in the community, which means all the time. All the time. Be involved in your community. Be those people who show up. Be those people who help things out. Be those people who show up at other things when they are not related to your kids' cheerleading camp or soccer camp or Little League. Be those people who show up in the community. Because guess what? You may not know anybody, and that's kind of the whole point, isn't it? If you just show up at your family gatherings and everybody knows everything, guess what? Then you're not really helping anybody, all right? So that's Little League. These are my secret weapons right here. I would take a picture of this. These are my secret weapons. I have 1 minute left. Mary's secret weapons. Again, Do It Marketing, Don Cooper for sales, motivational media for video work, productive leaders, that's me! And of course, yournerdybestfriend.com. at the bottom. All right? Fabulous. Folks, going back. Yay! I love that you're all taking pictures. This is so exciting. Yay! Folks, it's really hard to do what we're supposed to do every single time. I hope I've given you some of the tools that will help. I'm a big fan that things are hard. We have to help each other. And it's hard to do the right thing all the time. You know, if we all did everything right, we would drink water, we would eat vegetables, we would get 8 hours of sleep, we'd use the metric system, but we don't. So this is how you get hold of me. I have to leave today because I have to speak at the Air Force Academy tomorrow. They do have a sense of humor there. That's a snowman on the wing of a B-52. This is how to get hold of me. You can always email, always call me. I love real estate. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day.
Mary Kelly.